with our stock pot. How about your soups? How about your stews, your roasts, your chilies? What's great about this is you get all the beauty of that ombre enamel on the outside. But this is actually carbon steel construction. So it is lightweight, easy to move around. So if you've been thinking about maybe just lessening the weight of some of your tools in the kitchen, this is how you do it while still retaining that beauty of Le Creuset. A sale price that saves you $44. $149.98. Now, you are going to get the 10-quart enamel-on-steel stock pot, but you are also going to get 3 tools, and those tools are amazing. They have the silicone softness on the edge, so we will show you those tools as well. There you go. So all 3 of those, you will get a ladle, a sauté spoon, and a slotted spoon. So 4 pieces total for under $150. Your easy pay is $30. Now, we are down to 2 colors for this item. We started with 6, but you are so lucky because the artichoke is still here, my favorite in the Le Creuset brand. And we also have it for you in the Caribbean, a newer color. We'll show it to you right here. Doesn't that just make you think of the Caribbean ocean waters? I want to go on vacation right there. Perfect, 2 beautiful colors. This is K98980. Give us a call to place your order, 800-500-7590. Here to tell us more is the wonderful Greg Shockley. He is a chef. He runs a catering business. He is a busy husband, a dad, and he's a home cook. Greg, it's so good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I
love that Caribbean color too. I'm going to make a little few things to make us feel like we're in the Caribbean, but we're not.
Oh, I love that so much. Yeah. This really truly is a great way to kick off our show because this gives us, we were chatting earlier, we actually have every different material that Le Creuset makes in their lineup of products in this show. And we're starting with that lightweight enamel on steel.
That's exactly right. You know, we have our cast iron enamel on steel, and then we have our stoneware, which we'll see later on in the show. But getting towards this, so a stock pot, the reason they call this a stock pot, and they're made a certain way in a certain shape, we wanted them to be a little bit taller, so not so much wide, because we want to get all that surface heat on the bottom. That's what we have, a nice flat bottom. It'll fit on your gas, electric, it doesn't matter what stovetop, whether you have induction, it'll work perfectly for it. But the reason that we did this hard anodized steel is the fact that it'll really conduct the heat super fast. You'll come to a boil really quick, and when you're simmering for a really long time, the enamel on the inside is going to protect that from the burning. And at the bottom, we've actually thought about cupping the bottom and sloping it so that when you need to stick, I've got my tomato sauce right here. I'll use an example.
Wow.
And I know you can't see in there, but if I use one of my flatted spoon right here, I can get all the way in around the edges on the very bottom there, so I'm not going to have any burnt bits of that tomato sauce in there, because as soon as that starts burning, it's done, right? You're gonna smell that all the way through. But
Greg, I have an update already. We have only 4 dozen now remaining in the artichoke, and remember, we're down to just the 2 colors. Artichoke right here, and that beautiful Caribbean blue that you are seeing on Greg's screen at his home. So if you are looking for artichoke, it's my favorite. It's such a beautiful forest green, that ombre color, and there's that Caribbean artichoke. Only 4 dozen remain now. Greg, I love the way that you're getting that wonderful height as well to truly show off that ombre of color. And we can see that Caribbean blue that you have. It's so beautiful. So you've got tomato sauce in one.
This is actually the Marseille.
Oh, that's the Marseille
This is really close,
option.
but this is, this one's the Marseille. Yeah, the Caribbean, we had that a little bit earlier on there, but you can see that it's just a little bit lighter. And I think on mine looks a little bit more like it, but it's still a little bit darker. But I love the Caribbean, and this is the Marseille.
Got it. So a little bit lighter if you want to go towards that Caribbean option. We'll pop the picture back up as well as we continue to present. So, okay, we're going to show it to you right now. Oh, I see. Perfect. So a little bit more of that periwinkle blue that you're getting. Yes, a cool blue. Oh, it's wonderful. Greg, what else are you making for us?
So I've got 3 great soups. I mean, it's winter time. This is the time of the year for Le Creuset, whether you're braising, whether you're making soups or stews or chilies like I'm going to. I've got a chili. I've got a tomato sauce that I cooked for about 6 hours, so it gave it really, really nice richness. And then my wife made a gorgeous, creamy butternut squash soup. So I'm going to go ahead, speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. Now, cream soups are kind of tricky as well. You want to go ahead and make your broth and puree up all of your vegetables. And then just kind of, you don't even need to add cream if you don't want to, because it has a natural creaminess to it. But because we're using Le Creuset, it's getting that nice, gentle cook. It's not getting a really harsh cook. You're not going to have any burn spots in there. And again, one of the main important things is that we can get underneath and get in that sloped area at the very bottom so that we don't have anything sticking or burning in there.
And that's what the key is when you are cooking, when you're using cookware that is that premium cookware with a tradition dating back to 1925. You get
That's
that
right.
even cooking. You get that ability to have no of those burning spots or hot spots. This is customer top rated. And one of the reviews I was looking at, Greg, said someone made 10 quarts of soup the second they got this home. The pot was filled to the top.
I was
and
going
they
to say, it's an overflow.
yes, they said even though it was filled to the top, all of the vegetables were cooked to perfection. It cleaned easily and it looked brand new. And that is what you are going to get, because when we're investing in Le Creuset, you are investing in something that you will have for years and years. Look at that interior, easy to clean. Greg, how should I clean my Le Creuset?
So in most of our products, we actually do have that sand enamel interior, and that which really promotes easy release, easy cleanup. So again, this has been my tomato sauce. I'm sure you can't probably even see in here. This has been cooking for hours in here. And normally, if you were using a stainless steel pot or an aluminum pot, I'd probably throw it out before I would have the patience to even clean it. But the sand enamel really allows for a nice, quick, easy clean. If you want to use a Scrub Daddy or one of those other pads, you can use one of those for sure. But that usually will do it for you. I mean, you won't really need a whole lot more than that, unless you've kind of, had this in the oven for a week.
Got it.
I think you'll be okay.
Amazing.
But, any of the tougher stains, I've always found that a little Scrub Daddy, little soap and water have done the trick for me.
We now have 3 dozen remaining in the artichoke. And Chance, you said how many in Caribbean? 5 dozen in the Caribbean. Now, Greg, let's chat about the tools that are coming, because this is more than just the stock pot. The tools are a great value in themselves.
I use them for everything, of course, and I'm so glad we're putting this in. So I'm using our ladle right here, and you can see it's a nice big ladle. It's ergonomically angled back, so you can see I can get into it, and then I can just kind of pour in there so we don't have any spills. This is my beautiful tailgate chili. It's shredded beef chili. Oh, look at that. And it goes into the bowl nice and smooth, no splatters. It's very easy and smooth. Then we've got our slotted spoon, and then we've got our spatula, which I really love. This is a game changer. The spatula that we have right here you'll see me later on when I do my lasagna and my mac and cheese. I can get right in there. It's very firm. It's not going to bend or break on you, so it's way to go.
Oh my goodness, this is a fantastic set. Customer top rated for good reason. So many people are loving this. There are reviews saying it's simply fabulous, it's perfect and light, because that's a big story here. This is that enamel on steel, so it is lightweight. Someone called it a gift of joy, and I think that is absolutely correct. You're getting the 10-quart enamel-on-steel stock pot with those 3 tools, the slotted spoon, the sauté spoon, and that ladle. You're saving $44 today. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. Caribbean or the artichoke are your 2 color choices.